Everything you have ever done, everything you will ever do, it's all meaningless. The universe does not care about your struggles, your dreams, or your existence. It has existed for billions of years before you, and it will exist for billions of years after. One day, the last trace of your existence will be erased, as if you never lived at all. And yet here you are, worrying about your future, about what people think of you, about whether your life is on the right path. You stress over success, relationships, status, legacy, clinging to some sense of importance in a universe that is fundamentally indifferent. But the truth is, none of it matters. Not your wins, not your losses, not your pain, not your joy. Think about it. You are one person on one planet, in one solar system, in one galaxy among billions. Humanity itself is a flicker in cosmic time, a brief moment in the endless expansion of a universe that does not know we are here. The civilizations we build, the art we create, the stories we tell, all of it will vanish. Empires rise and fall, names that were once feared, admired, and worshipped. They are now nothing more than unread inscriptions on forgotten ruins. The pharaohs of Egypt, the kings of Rome, the conquerors who shaped history, they are all dust now, and one day, so will you be. Even if you achieve everything you've ever wanted, what then? The greatest minds, the most powerful rulers, the wealthiest individuals in history, they are all dead. The people who remember them will also die. Everything will be erased. Think about the grand monuments we build to memorialize the greatest figures of history, the pyramids, the Great Wall of China, the Eiffel Tower. These marvels were constructed with the labor and sweat of generations, and they are meant to stand as testaments to human achievement. Yet in the end, they will crumble. The sands of time will turn them into nothing but ruins, perhaps barely recognizable in a few thousand years. Even if you are remembered for a time, eventually, all traces of your existence will fade into oblivion. No one will remember your name. No one will care about your thoughts, your dreams, or your accomplishments. And in the end, it will not matter, because the universe is indifferent to it all. This is the absurdity of meaning, the desperate human attempt to create significance in a world that offers none. We invent purpose because we cannot stand the thought that life is just an accident, that we are here by chance, and that nothing we do will leave a lasting impact. We tell ourselves that love, success, or legacy gives life meaning, but meaning is not real. It is an illusion, a trick of the mind to keep us from collapsing under the weight of nothingness. We have to tell ourselves that our actions matter to keep ourselves going. Without this illusion, life would be unbearable. Some put their faith in society. They believe that if they contribute, if they help others, if they leave behind something valuable, their life will mean something. But societies collapse, cultures disappear, and in the end, no one remembers who did what. Think of the men and women who fought and died in wars, their names etched in stone, only for history to erase their struggles. Their sacrifices are dust. The wars they fought in, though seemingly monumental at the time, are now distant, irrelevant echoes. In the end, they were forgotten. Their actions didn't change anything. We look to success to fill the void. We chase fame, wealth, status, believing that if we just have the right job, the right relationships, the right possessions, we will find fulfillment. But even the richest, most powerful people in history have found that success is fleeting. The mighty Alexander the Great conquered most of the known world, but he died young. His empire crumbled shortly after his death. Even the greatest conquerors, philosophers, and artists, all of them succumb to time. It strips away everything we think is important. So then, why do we keep playing this game? Because we are afraid of the abyss, afraid of accepting that our actions are ultimately meaningless. If nothing matters, then why should you care? The expectations placed on you, the pressure to achieve, the fear of failure, it's all pointless. You are not special. No one is. You do not have some grand destiny. The universe is not watching you, and that is the most freeing realization you will ever have. Because if nothing matters, then you are free. Free from expectations, free from regret, free to stop caring about the small things that make you miserable. If your actions have no cosmic significance, then the only reason to do anything is because you want to. Not because it will be remembered, not because it will be important, but simply because you can. This is the paradox of nihilism. The realization that nothing matters is crushing until you embrace it. Once you do, you realize that if nothing matters, then nothing is stopping you. There are no cosmic rules, no ultimate purpose you have to fulfill, no grand mission you have to complete. The weight of the world is an illusion. You do not have to impress anyone. You do not have to follow the script that society hands you. You can live however you want. You can do what makes you happy, not because it has meaning, but because it doesn't. Life is absurd. We are creatures with limited time, struggling for purpose in a universe that will erase everything we do. We chase wealth, love, fame, knowledge, as if any of it will make a difference. We suffer heartbreak, pain, and fear as if any of it is significant. We play a game where no one wins. But if you accept the absurdity, you can stop taking it seriously. You can stop worrying about failure. Stop worrying about what people think. Stop stressing over things that in the end do not matter. If life is meaningless, then you are free to create your own meaning. Not because it will last, not because it will be important, but because you are here, and you might as well do something while you are. You might feel trapped in your routine, like you're locked into this endless cycle of school, work, social expectations, and fleeting distractions. But understand, you are not trapped. No one is. Every day, every hour, every minute, none of it is as important as we've been taught to believe. You don't need to follow a script. You don't need to work 9 to 5. You don't need to impress anyone. You don't need to achieve anything for the world to consider you worthy. In fact, the more you let go of the idea of what you should be doing, the more liberated you become. Take a moment to stop and really think about it. If nothing matters, then why are you bound by deadlines, expectations, or comparisons? You could drop everything and be just as free as you were before. The chains are all in your mind. The pressure to succeed, the fear of failure, the dread of being forgotten, they are all part of a game that was never meant to be taken seriously. You can't escape the fact that you are going to die. You can't escape the fact that everyone you know will die. You can't escape the fact that time keeps moving forward and you will not be remembered. But what you can do is accept it and embrace the absurdity. Live for yourself. Live without the burden of meaning or purpose. Live simply because you can. In a world where nothing matters, everything is allowed. You don't have to live up to anyone's standards. You don't have to follow any rules. You don't have to be anything other than what you are right now. The absurdity of life is a gift because it means you are free. So stop obsessing. Stop living for approval. Stop chasing purpose in a world that has none. Do whatever makes you feel alive, not because it has meaning, but because it doesn't. In a world without purpose, the only thing left to do is live. On your own terms, without guilt, without pressure, without the illusion that any of this was ever supposed to matter. And when it's over, when your name fades and your story is forgotten, you will know that it was all just a fleeting moment. But that's okay, because for that moment, however brief, you existed, and maybe that's enough.